Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I woke up, I was here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
How do you remember this phone number after 50 years?
It's a mnemonic for a dirty punchline I learned when I was 12. Now, get to the soup kitchen and find out where I am.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Rift Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
is for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
The usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Einie almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I woke up, I was here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
By the way, RexTempus time travel here. I noticed that before I had some audio troubles when I was talking to Doc Brown. Sorry about that, but it did solve one of the mysteries I've had about this game, which was mostly like, where did this this new DeLorean come from? The whole lightning, time paradox thing, and doubling. Okay, whatever. I'll go along with it. But yeah, I've got to figure out some way to get Emmett to want to leave work early and to stand up to his father.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Let's see.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Well, the speed relative to the speed.
Will you just give me a chance?
Okay.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Yeah, we just seem to be kind of looping at the moment, so...
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Hop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Every time I try and talk to him about it, he just kind of cuts me off, so... I've got to figure out, at this point, like, how to encourage him to... maybe there's, like, some kind of a clue here or
I wonder
something?
who really burned down the speakeasy.
Well, do I have anything that I can sort of look into? No. Maybe somebody over, like,
I don't
next
need
door?
anything in there, and I don't have any money.
Okay. Alright, so maybe if I talk to Doc Brown again, maybe I'll actually get some new information as far as how to encourage his younger self to,
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Okay. So these places, as far as I can tell, do absolutely nothing other than just remind me that I am poor when I'm in the past, so. Alright, let's, is this, yeah, I'm going to go talk to Doc first. See if there's anything new that, he has to say. Okay. Police station doors. Jail window. Oh, I can give it a run now.
Marty, how goes the escape plan?
Alright, let's see.
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Alright, sure mutters a lot.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... the Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
What?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Interesting. Let's see.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Yes. Really, that's, yeah.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
Yeah.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections. So I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him. But right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
So how do I prove it?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
There he is in the background.
I'm not sure.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Am I gonna have to, like, go back and forth?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust you.
Okay, so,
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Let's see, Can't figure out what you can use. Okay, alright, let's
talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget, we're on a bit of a deadline here.
I don't know that that's true. I feel like, you know, we're gonna have as much time as we need. You know, the game's just gonna let us keep doing things over and over. Alright, so I guess let's talk to his younger self, see if we can figure out what these mathematical equations are, and also how we could get old Doc to listen. Alright, so where... Oh, he's way over there now. Alright, so he should be, like, walking back and forth, if I understand it correctly. So, yeah, alright, where is he at right now? These controls are getting a bit glitchy at the moment. So, okay. Alright, let's, see if we can get him coming back this way. Ha. Oh, no, okay, hey.
Will you just give me a chance?
There we go.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Okay, this is still the same stuff.
About your...
Don't say it. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr.
Okay, so
Corleone.
I obviously haven't done something yet.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Okay, yeah, I have to ask about that so he can cut me off.
Say it.
So I gotta figure out how to get old Doc to listen. If only I had... Wait. Do I have anything in my inventory? Haha. Ah, yes. Okay. The tape recorder. Alright, so I just gotta wait till he comes by and then record him talking. So hopefully that should be not too long. Is he... Okay, here he comes. Okay, here we go.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
I wonder if that's enough. So I'll go back with this to see Doc, and hopefully he'll be able to hear for himself, and we can go from there. Alright, so... Wow, this is a lot of back and forth walking, I gotta say. Especially if you can't run. Alright.
Doc!
Alright, here we go.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
What?
So it'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, let's try that.
What was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it.
Alright.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
Is anything new?
So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Who knows?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Ivy almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
Okay, so, yeah, let's,
Hang in there, Doc.
Alright, so back once again to find young Emmett and tell him about the Hamiltonian operator, which, okay, I don't even know what that actually is, but Apparently it is important. That's all we need to know. Okay, he's heading back to the courthouse. So it's, oh. Alright, let's, I was trying to hit the spacebar, see if that would make me run, but nope. It's just kind of a pause button. Alright, where is he? Come on. Let's hear that muttering we love so much. Thankfully, the muttering is also a great way of saying, here he is.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Here we
Maybe
go.
H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Probably not the planet Vulcan. I don't know. I just gotta see some of these.
It's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome. I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
I get the feeling no matter what I would have said, it, oh, I need your rocket drill. I really need it. I really, really need it. Let's try being simple.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
I need fully operational. I need full-size model. I need to... Okay, let's try full-size model.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
So where does it go?
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
Shh! It's Kid Tannen.
Okay, now... Oh.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
That's, I think, cement that you would wear and weigh down. All right. So... Oh. Well, this is new. Let's talk to her.
Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Okay. What's the scoop?
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
What about the other story?
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
Good to know. Stay
What's
Sober
the Stay
Society.
Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
Okay, let's see.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Safe Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Apparently. Okay.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Kind of.
I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
Wow. Do I really have to help deliver soup and
I
the
can help you
subpoena?
deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
Oh.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get over-eager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions...
Yeah?
Then what?
You can let me know when they're running low on soup.
Oh, here, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
The Farm for Unwanted
The
Children.
Farm for Unwanted Children.
Perhaps their parents don't want them because they eat too much.
Well, okay. She did look both ways. That's good.
All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Oh, okay. She's got some soup. Okay. Alright, well, I've been recording for a while, so I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and end things here. Say thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on Back to the Future, the game. Bye!